Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Boat Parade. Sorry, it's been a little bit. We've been super busy. He's been taking over the real estate world. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah if you're into all that. And obviously, in our absence, the Buccaneers have done something.
What's the other one?
Very important.
Kwanzaa?
No, it's Quasi.
No way.
Quasi.
Quasi's like...
Well, Moto. Quasimodo. That's not it. Anyway, in our absence, the Buccaneers have done something very impressive. Not surprised that they won the division, but that's what they did. They clinched the NFC South.
Trash.
The NFC South is the worst.
We are grateful.
And because we had no chance. There's teams won 10 games, ain't going to the playoffs, but we are sitting very happily at 8-8. And I feel like the Cowboys this year, but yet going to the playoffs. We clinched the NFC South against Carolina Panthers in what was a very important yet repetitive occurrence for the Bucs of a fourth quarter powerhouse. We scored 20. They scored 10 in the fourth quarter. What are some things you saw in this game?
I think the difference between this win versus other wins is that it's been a scramble to come back and have like a Tom Brady game-winning drive, as opposed to this was, hey, we finally figured out and remembered that Mike Evans is really good at football, and let's just throw him the ball, let him get 200 yards, score all the touchdowns, and then we win.
Yeah, 207 yards, receiving yards for Mike Evans, 432 passing yards for Tom Brady. Now, what was impressive, this first time in Bucs history that a receiver had two 50-yard or more receiving touchdowns. So this was a very, very big game for Mike Evans. The first, we've seen that connection in this way. Obviously, Evans made up about half of the offense in the entire game. You know, it was interesting. We didn't start off – we started off fine. The defense looked okay. We were down 14-10 at the half, and third quarter was kind of a little back and forth, and then you get in the fourth quarter, and we really kicked it up. Do you think that if the Bucs can retain their fourth quarter performance and play all four quarters as Tom Brady goes in playoff mode, that we actually have a shot making it past the first round against the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, and we were talking like as some friends. I don't even remember who with this past week, and they kind of asked me like, hey, what do you think? How are you feeling about the Bucs? And that's what I said. If they can play offense how they did in the second half versus the Panthers for the whole game, they'll win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because if you score 20 points a half, you're putting up 40 points, the defense is going to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Give up less than 40 points. So if they play like that always, then this might be, revenge tour, Tom Brady coming back, do it again.
That's right. And we've seen him lose 1 year, win 1 year, lose 1 year, win 1 year for 10 years. He's coming off a loss last year to the Rams in first round, and they end up winning the Super Bowl. And I think his mentality is he's divorced now, which I know some people see as the burden is being divorced, but I think for him the burden was being married when he's trying to play football.
This man is completely addicted to football.
He gave up everything for football, and he still loves his kids. It's not people say he gave up his family for football. He didn't, but he gave up his marriage for football for sure. And I don't know, he's been married to football longer than to Giselle. But
here's what people are saying, because it's a big question about who's going to play on Sunday versus the Falcons.
Right, and Gabbert, Trask, Brady.
I think that it's important that Brady plays at least a little bit, because to keep that momentum up, you don't want to get off of that, what you just did offensively, and still iron out some of the wrinkles. If it was up to Brady, he would play every snap of the game.
That's true.
Because what a competitor. Dude's a savage. But I think it'll be important to, give him some rest, but let's keep things moving and clicking against the Falcons. Obviously, I think it'd be important to win this game, because you don't want to be a part of the statistic of a team making the playoffs with a losing record.
Yeah.
So to go 9-8 instead of 8-9, I think it is important for me.
Yeah, growing up a Bucs fan like you did, having a winning record is a big deal. It
was, bro.
And to have a winning record and possibly still have a shot at winning the big house is kind of a incredible thing. And so we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. We are going to have a lot more content coming out. January's kind of busy. We're going to put it together. We actually have a boat parade trip to New York City. We're going to be there having a bunch of
fun. Like a week, bro.
In a week. We leave in 6 days.
Jeez.
For New York City. This is my first time ever to New York City. We're going to Broadway. We're doing a lot of stuff. We were going to go see a Rangers game, but we're seeing Phantom of the Opera as it's closing. I think this is last month. And I'm excited. This is my first New York trip. Everybody else, my wife's been, he's been, everybody's been, and this will be my first opportunity. So if you're in New York City, drop a comment. Tell us where we should get bagels, because we know where pizza is.
I love bagels.
Thank God for Barstool. Anyway, like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time
on the Boat Parade.
You know you can look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus. He the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace. You know that I ain't gotta strive. told me tone it down. I told